Hello, and how are you all doing here on this Wednesday evening? This is the Golden Octagon and MMA podcast. My name is Matt, and for those of you who don't know, I have a co-host here every single week. He's here loyally. He is literally my best friend, long time, my main guy, D Rose. How you doing this week, man?
What's up, dude? Good to be back. Another Wednesday, and we're podding again, and spectacular weekend. And dude, I was still kind of living off the buzz off of that, kind of the first couple of days into the week too. And we're moving forward to this weekend, and there's actually some sneaky decent fights this weekend too. So I'll be excited to talk about those. But been good overall, man. How's everything been? Good. Yeah. How's everything been your way?
Good, man. I can't complain. Went out past couple days. Had a few nice dinners these past few days, dude. I've just been feeling decent for the most part. So I'm like, I got this new job. I just got my taxes back. Like, let me go out and have a couple nice dinners. So I went out like an early dinner a couple hours ago. Had a few drinks. I would be lying if I said I wasn't continuing the little party now, but it is what it is. Just a second pod straight where your boy's drinking on. So it is what it is.
Hey, a little bit more of a relaxed version. So hey, nothing wrong with it. And hey, you got the money that you earned, so you got to spend it how you please, man. So shit, I don't blame you at all.
Yeah, hell yeah. So before we get started, let's take a second. Shout out the chat. You got your guy in here, Kyle Sisk. How
What
are
up,
you doing
Kyle?
today, brother? I am
Man.
glad you stopped by today, Kyle. Even though you always rack with D Rose, I'm still glad you are a fan of the channel, brother.
That's my man, Kyle.
Tank
My
Niner in
man's.
here. Tank Niner in here saying, "What up, Kyle? Kyle,
What
I'm
up, Tank
fine.
Niner?
How are you?" And we got the loyal Hawaiian 5-0 in here. Aloha, my friend. Just dropped in to smash that like button number 3. Aloha, and hope everyone is having an awesome day. I hope you are also having an awesome day too, Hawaiian 5-0, brother. Thank you for always stopping in here, saying what's up. I greatly appreciate it. I know D Rose likes to see you in here on the regular too. So thank you, brother, for stopping in here. And Tank Niner replying to Kyle Sisk saying everything is good here for the pod. So yeah, for those of you, Dorian, can you confirm or deny what's my connection like right now? Because at the top, it's telling me I have a low connection for a while now. So
I mean, from everything that I'm going full screen, connection looks good. Doesn't look grainy. I haven't really had too many skips. I know there's times where your connection skips, but nothing as of yet.
Who knows, dude? It could just be like, I'm thinking like it's my internet this whole time, and it could just be StreamYard, dude. I have no clue, but it's telling me I have a bad connection right now. So I'm hardwired. I don't know what else I can do, brother. But for those of you,
little bit of a lag just there, but yeah, a little bit of a lag just there. But hey, I can still hear you, so it's all good.
all right, cool. I apologize, everyone. My internet is basically shit. I've called them out here. They've taken a look at it. They said there was nothing that was wrong with it. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I truly just hope that I can get it fixed. If not, I'm about to just start streaming from my phone. Maybe that'll have better connection for the most part. Looks like it's cleared up now. So we appreciate every single one of y'all for stopping by here. We only got 6 in here, but we appreciate all 6 of y'all. So thank y'all very much. If you would, please hit that like button. And let's get started, dude. For those of you who missed it, we did talk about this past weekend's pay-per-views literally right after the pay-per-view on, what was it? Saturday night, dude. It's early Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, basically.
It was like 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. that we were talking about the fights. I was not sober. I don't know about old D Rose. I believe you said he had a twisted tea. I don't know. If you ask me to recollect my I'm trying to read the comment. It's the CT connection, man. I don't know what that means. Probably Cox. All right. Yeah. Listening to it sounds great. So we appreciate you. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you confirming or denying. Yeah, but recollecting my thoughts from this past weekend, man, until Monday, dude, I was still buzzing. I was like, man, it was a great pay-per-view all around, although there were a few moments that just broke my heart. One, for example, like Adrian Yanez, dude, still looking back at it, dude, I like remember on the post reaction, I was like, dude, pound for pound, I think Rob Font lifted him off the ground like fucking Francis like lifted Alistair Overeem off the ground, dude. Just like watching it back, it just breaks my heart every time I see him, dude, because he really sent Adrian Yanez flying with that hook, dude. That was one of the my main takeaways, and just the celebration from Izzy, just over and over, dude. I just see that celebration everywhere, dude. Shout out, I think the Instagram is Full Violence, but like they have like a shop, and I immediately like fucking bought like the Izzy, like the arrow, like it's like I'll have to wear it one day, but I immediately got that shirt. It was like close to $50 or something like that. But I was like, that's worth it. That's where I have to get that shirt. It'll be my second Izzy shirt. But yeah. Take away from the pay-per-view, just all around, man. I don't want to talk about it too long because we already kind of touched on it immediately right after it happened. But just your thoughts midway through this week, just coming down, finally winding down from the pay-per-view.
Man, as you said, same thing. I was pretty much buzzing for, like I said, early part in the week. Maybe even a little bit into Monday, I was buzzing a little bit from the pay-per-view. It was such a good event, and the way that Izzy just capped off that main event, just the way he was able to finally just climb the mountain and reach the mountaintop and finally conquer that demon that was Alex Pereira that was haunting him this whole time. And I just thought that for him to just encapsulate that main event, it was just an amazing knockout. The celebration, as you said, over and over. I've watched it again, and a lot of people know I'm a very big Israel Adesanya fan, as you can't tell. And a lot of people at work, like people were messaging me, like, "How hyped are you right now?" People were basically like, checking in on me, making sure I was still alive because they wanted to make sure I didn't have a heart attack from getting too excited. So definitely excited. And I thought the card overall definitely delivered. As I said, heartbroken for Adrian Yanez. That's my guy. But I do think that, he's young enough to where he's got the talent offensively. Just needs to get a little bit more smarter defensively as far as not wanting to be so willing to exchange. I did watch the video on his YouTube channel where he just kind of came out afterwards and said he just felt like an idiot because he got hit with a shot and just wanted to give it back so bad. And when Font caught him in the clinch, he thought he could basically blast him and got caught with a big shot. And he just got caught trading. And I felt so bad for him because he kind of got emotional in his video when he was kind of talking about the whole fight. And he's such a good and humble guy, so it makes you feel. Right, it makes you feel for him, man.
Right after the fight, he just he seemed like he was like mad at someone. Like, did he explain that like at all? Like he was like fucking yelling at his coach or something, dude. Like he was like, what the fuck, man?
So no, he didn't get into detail as far as who he was yelling at or anything. I get from my understanding, it sounded like they said that he was yelling at his coach, but. He said afterwards that he felt like his coaches, taught him the good game plan. He said, just looking back on the film, that he said he felt like he had just got caught wanting to exchange a little too much, and that's when he got caught with the big shot. So feel really bad for him, but man, I really would like to see him bounce back going forward. But Jorge Masvidal, of course, shout out to him, Street Jesus, as they like to say, for some people, shout out to him. And Joe Pyfer, man, I think he was one of the big takeaways from the whole pay-per-view. Had a big matchup against GM3, and I think that he's going to get a lot of promotional push going forward. I can definitely see it. He's got a lot of charisma. He fights with a badass attitude. He's still young, and I think he was already calling out who is it? Dustin Stolfus after this fight. I guess that was one of the fights they had lost earlier in his career, and said he wanted to get it back. So I think he was another big takeaway from this pay-per-view as well. But big pay-per-view. Oh, and Kevin Holland as well. Good to see Kevin Holland back on the winning trail. So No pun intended with the Trailblazer, but good to see him back. Good to see him back, and spectacular knockout from him. So I really love the pay-per-view. Like I said, I think 285 still probably the pay-per-view of the year so far, but man, I think Izzy, honestly, he might have the knockout of the year right now.
Bro, that dude, although for those of you who did watch Change to Cheddar, my bets did fall out. We did get close, but that Adrian Nunez one, dude, just shat all over everything, dude. Also, I also had the Joe Piper fucking GM3 fight over 1.5, and that one really shat on him too. Kyle says saying Giannis did come out and say he was mad at himself, not anyone else specifically. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
makes sense. Hawaiian 5 gotta go, y'all. Stay cool. Aloha. We appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for stopping by and saying what's up. Greatly appreciate it, Hawaiian 5. A Jackson saying Max sleeps Arnold first round. It's definitely possible. We get to see his gas tank. He lets it all out round 1. Possibly, bro. Possibly. I guess it's 5 rounds. But we will get into that for sure. So we're all caught up on the chat now. So we appreciate every one of y'all for stopping by and chilling out with us here on a Wednesday night. And before we move on, Dorian, I would be remiss if I didn't have to remind people in the background, it's saying what's up. And still this week, baby, we're on a roll. I know old D Rose was on a roll, the past few weeks, dude, but we're getting close to equaling out at this point. We have to be getting close to equaling out.
We hadn't gone back and actually kept the official count, but that's what we actually need to do is go back and keep the official count. So that way we know for sure. But I feel like I still got like at least two.
Really?
I feel like I got at least about 2.
I don't know, because I had the first week of the year, and then you had a month, maybe like a month and a half. Possibly, I don't think it was quite 2 months yet. And then I got it back, and I've had it since. So
didn't you get it back after 285?
I'm not quite sure. Kyle says, "Hey, Kyle's upset.
Let's go, Kyle."
Yeah, but that being
that's
said,
what I'm saying.
And still, this week, Dorian will get a chance to win the pick back this upcoming wep. But before we talk about this upcoming weekend's fights, we do want to talk about.
Let's go.
We and new coming next week.
Getting it.
Possibly. That being said, let's just talk about some quick news and fight announcements before we get into it. Dorian, one that I know it's been everywhere today, and I know you are dying to talk about it. Tell the people about Nate Diaz, man. Let them know what's happening, and I'll put you full screen.
So it looks like Nate Diaz, and of course, as soon as you put me full screen, my camera starts to kind of act up a little bit. But, okay, there we go. But no, so Nate Diaz is going to be taking on Matt Anderson's favorite boxer, Jake Paul, August 5th in Dallas, and they're supposed to be fighting at 185 pounds. So crazy enough that I didn't think that Jake Paul was actually going to fight with Nate Diaz at all. I didn't think Nate Diaz was going to take the fight, but man, crazy enough, Nate Diaz actually took the fight. What do you think about this whole fight with Nate Diaz and Jake Paul, and who do you think is the favorite?
I told you last time, I was like, after the Anderson Silva fight, I didn't care anymore. I wasn't watching it anymore. I didn't watch the Tommy Fury one, and I won't watch this one, dude. I couldn't care less. Do not give one fuck at all. Not even one. I'll maybe see the highlights on Instagram of whatever happens afterwards. But if I could call it right now, I would guess Jake Paul probably sleeps Nate Diaz, dude. He's a big fucking dude. And Nate fought at 155 and at 170, dude. There's a big size difference. Maybe Nate can last, but at this point, dude, I wouldn't put it past Jake Paul fucking sleeping him, dude. How about you, man?
Man, sleeping him. That's
dude. He slept Woodley. Tough. He fucking slept Ben Askren. He knocked down Anderson Silva. Like, Come on, man. Like, if you can knock down Anderson Silva, you're telling me you can't sleep Nate Diaz?
He knocked down Anderson, and Anderson's a lot older. Even though Nate Diaz is what 30.
Nate's older now too, though. That's the thing. People are forgetting Nate's older too.
Anderson's closer to 50 than well, not quite than Nate is the 40, but man, Anderson's pretty damn close to 50. So, I mean, I definitely thought that Anderson was going to win too, but I don't know if Nate's going. I don't know if Nate's going to get slept. I can't take it that far.
I agree with your number one fan right here. Jake Paul might sleep, Nate. Unfortunately, Kyle agrees with me, dude.
No,
bro. Come on, you can't say it's not possible,
dude.
Look how small Nate. Look how thin Nate Diaz is compared to Jake Paul, dude.
Oh, dude, he's going to go in.
What weight are they going to fight at?
185. They're going to fight at 185. Apparently.
Is it boxing or is this MMA?
Boxing.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Nate's going to go in there representing Stockton, baby. Crazy.
All right, man. Well, glad we got that out of the way. So let me jump into the fight news and announcements that we have for this past week. So real quick, I was disappointed as everyone else when this was announced. Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena. Number 3, man. Let the people know what you think about it. June 10th, bantamweight title fight.
I figured you would lead off with this one because I know your feelings about this one, but for me, I was actually surprised because when this fight got announced, Amber had actually came up to me and said, hey, so that fight got announced. Is that going to be the main event? And I said, no, there's going to be another fight that's going to be announced. And all of a sudden, I kind of reread the headline, and it said, headlining the card, June 10th. And I kind of just melted because I was like, dude, that's going to be the headliner. I mean, we just seen Amanda Nunes beat Juliana Pena from pillar to post. Like, there is no reason at all to see this fight again for a third time in a row. And for me, I just think it just means that Amanda's just trying to get what's going to be the easiest fight worth the most money. And she's probably got one more left, and I think she's out because she has nothing left to prove in this game. And I think she's going to be retiring after this fight. So I just think she wanted to take the easiest fight at this point for the most money.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I personally think she's ducking Irene Aldana because, dude, Irene's got some paws. And if Juliana Pena can knuckle up Amanda Nunes, you'd be nuts to think that Irene Aldana can't do much worse to her. My thing is she could probably just straight wrestle her all 5 rounds. But at the same time, I'm surprised that she doesn't want that new challenge for the most part, that doesn't have that like the wrestling threat for the most part. I guess I'm not disappointed, but I'm like, damn, bro, I wanted to see Irene Aldana get to knuckle up Amanda Nunes. But I agree with you, dude. I think she retires after this dub, or if she loses, dude, I think she retires either way, dude.
Man, if she loses, I think that would be killer for her. But I mean, there could be a very good chance because
like impossible. It just happened. It just happened. Like not this past, but not long ago, man.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about in terms of if she was to try to come back and get it again, try to get one back on her. But, at that point, it's 2-1, and I don't see them running a 4th one back. So, yeah, there very well could be a chance that even though if she does lose, she still could retire because I just don't see, other than that, I just don't see the reason why this fight is even necessary for happening. But Juliana Pena, she talked up a good game enough to where she was able to earn that fight back. So, man, she's been able to earn the fights with her man.
I have to order a fucking Juliana Pena shirt before June 10th so I can just be fucking standing and like yelling when she starts fucking. I want to be clapping, repping my Juliana Pena shirt, dude. She's throwing both fists at once, dude.
Literally just running into just fucking hammers from Amanda Nunes.
Oh, good, dude. That first fight, though, dude.
Oh no, that shit was
Dude,
crazy.
I was standing up, jumping. Like, there is no way that she is gonna do this. And she did it, dude. She did it. Anyway, next fight. Moving on along. We got Amanda Hebos taking on Macy Barber. This is at 125, dude. Amanda Hebos looks like she's staying at 125. Thoughts on that fight?
That's actually a pretty good fight. You know, I'm a Macy Barber fan, and that's actually a pretty tough fight for Macy Barber. She's fought good competition up to this point, and she kind of has gradually gotten a step up in each of her last few fights. But as you've seen in Hebos's last fight, was it against Ariujo that she fought? And she put up a good fight. She ended up dropping Vivi in that fight with the hands, and we know how good of a grappler she is, and sometimes Macy does have a little bit of an issue when she gets put on her back sometimes as far as not being able to get back up. So I think that's a really good matchup, man. That's a really good fight.
But what's your thoughts on her not going down to like the 115 though?
I wonder if the UFC maybe wanted to make that fight happen. Maybe where Hebos has a win against somebody like Vivi, who's in the top. With Vivi's in the top 10, right? So I'm sure Hebos probably got that ranking now. And Macy Barber, as far as her getting just a gradual climb up in the division, if they're trying to build her up, potentially to fight someone up higher in the ranking that they can see that could be a winnable matchup, but maybe not throwing her up against an Aaron Blanchfield or Jessica Andrade, because I don't think Macy Barber is ready for those types of fighters just yet. But I do think she's young, she's 23, so give her a little bit of a gradual climb up, and Hebos is definitely a step up in competition because Hebos is a dog.
All right, fair enough. We got the younger brother of Faraz Zahabi. We got Ayman Zahabi going to be fighting Arichi Lang on June 10th. That pay-per-view, UFC 289. Thoughts on that, or do you care?
I mean, that should be a pretty decent fight. I'm not fully invested in it by any means, but they definitely come to bang, and I wonder how Zahabi's going to come back after getting completely blasted by the steamroller in his last fight. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Mean Hakeem Dawodu going to be taking on Lucas Almeida. Same fight, UFC 289. Thoughts on that?
Man, feel like we hadn't heard from Hakeem Dawodu in a long time. So did he leave the UFC for something, or did he get injured? Or
I have no idea, man. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean he's a decent fighter. He's had some pretty decent fights in the UFC, but just hadn't heard from him in a while. So I didn't know if he dropped out of the UFC or what. But yeah, wow, welcome back.
All right. We got Bo Nickel going to be taking on Tresean Gore, UFC 290, July 8th. Big step up in competition, yeah or no?
No. Tresean Gore is what, 4-2? I think his record is.
Nah. I thought he had at least 8 fights.
No, I think it might be. It could be 5-2. I think they said like it wasn't too many more fights, and even if Tresean Gore has kind of shown to this point that he's not the greatest fighter, I mean, he definitely
he is 4-2, dude.
Yeah, I've seen the records. That's what I said. Definitely not that big of a step up in competition. I mean, Tresean Gore's a tough fighter. Don't get me wrong, but I definitely think Bo Nickel's probably going to be every bit of minus, probably open at the minus 600.
1,000, dude. A minus 1,000, dude.
No, I'm saying opening line.
Tresean Gore has absolutely no ground game. He's just going to get taken down immediately, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if it opened up at 1,000.
Didn't he get a guillotine in? Isn't that how he got a guillotine in one of his fights? One dude went to take him down and he kind of snapped in the guillotine on somebody. I remember that happening in one of his fights, but
let's see. He has win by guillotine choke by Josh Frem, round 2.
Yeah,
but
Josh
be real.
For a takedown.
But
yes, Josh Frem is not Bo Nickel. I do understand that. But I'm just saying, hey, Tresean Gore, he had that in his back pocket, but yeah, Bo Nickel's definitely favored to serve him up.
Yeah, dude. How crazy would it be if Tresean Gore comes in there and just right hooks him and just snoozes Bo Nickel, dude? Because he has power. Like, that's one thing that I don't know yet. Has, like, fucking Bo Nickel fought anyone that has the viciousness that wants the fight and the power to do so. Because let's be real, Jamie Pickett is an athlete, but he's not fighting anyone, dude. He's too nice of a guy to fight anyone.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, Trayshawn Gore, I did notice in that last fight against Josh Frum, he did look a little bit more, I would say, reserved, because he did come out and wanted to throw heat his first couple fights. And when he got knocked out by, Brundage in that fight, and when he got knocked out against Brundage, he looked like he came back from that one against Josh Frum a little bit more composed. So I don't know if he's going to necessarily be balls to the wall as he was maybe his first couple fights in the Ultimate Fighter, but hey, as you said, that power, man, it can definitely change a fight. So Bo Nickal's definitely got a lot to look forward to. But I mean, I think he should still win.
Same, dude. Same. All right, moving. These are all our results from right here. What is this doing here? I have my camera from when I did my golden pack just in the way still. Let's see here. Dude, we got Nate Maness going to be taking on. Oh, no. With Nate Maness and Carlos Candelario out, Zalgus Zumagulov will now face. Oh, you don't know who that dude is? Because I don't know who that dude is. Fair enough. Dude, that might be all of our news for this upcoming week, man. Do you have anything
What do you think? We had to throw an asterisk on this because we had to throw multiple asterisks on this because of the source. But Chael Sonnen on the MMA Hour reported that Paulo Costa versus
after you pointed that out, I was like, he's probably going to be fighting Rob. Kamzat versus Rob's going to be happening then.
Yeah, so he said that it's supposed to be Hamzat versus Paulo Costa in Abu Dhabi. Do you think there's any validity to it whatsoever?
Maybe the Abu Dhabi because, dude, for some reason, like Hamzat with like the Russia, like the Chechnya thing, like I hear like all the time that he can't like if I can get like into the US, and it kind of makes sense. But so that being said, maybe the Abu Dhabi, but the opponent probably not. I don't. Dude, unless I see something, I don't know, dude. It wouldn't surprise me. That's a good fight to make. But do I like believe it because Chael said it? No.
No, I think that's exactly why you don't believe it is because Chael said it. But man, I think that would be
like if it was from anyone else, I would be like, yeah, that's true. But because Chael said it, I'm like, oh shit, that shit's probably not happening.
Nah, hell no, that shit ain't happening. He might not even fight this year. Who the hell knows at this point? Knowing Chael, but that's really all I had in a nutshell.
Yeah, man. So that being said, that's all the news that we have for this week. So let's not waste any more time and let's jump on into the fights for this weekend. We got Arnold Almighty Allen taking on Max Blessed Holloway. If you read the title of the podcast, it was Can Arnold Allen derail the Blessed Express? So Dorian, in a nutshell, not giving your pick, but is it possible this weekend for it to happen? While I get everything pulled up.
I mean, I think there's a very good chance. I mean, as I'm pulling it up on the ESPN app for what I'm looking at on the fights, and for what they have right now. I mean, they got Max Holloway at -180 right now. I mean, that's as close of a line as I've seen when you take into consideration that when Yaya Rodriguez fought Max Holloway, wasn't Max Holloway every bit of like -500, -600 favorite going in that fight? So I think a lot of people do believe in Arnold Allen, and they think that he does have a lot of ability. He's young. He's been undefeated for a long, I think, 7-8 years. He just hadn't, unfortunately, had the time to fight, but he's definitely dangerous, and Max, we know the wars he's been in, so it's definitely possible for Arnold Allen to pull off an upset.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Sorry. I don't know what I just inhaled, but it wasn't fucking good, I promise.
It wasn't that good.
All right. Can you see me still, old D-Rose?
Yes.
All right, cool. So I can't see you. I'm on the screen that you're looking at. So this weekend, UFC Fight Night, Max Holloway taking on Almighty Arnold Allen. Gonna be happening. What time is this? 5:30 Eastern. on the U.S. Dorian, will you be off work or not?
No, I will not be off work.
That's upsetting.
Unfortunately.
Going to be taking place in Kansas City, Missouri at the T-Mobile Arena. 14 fights this weekend, man. We got a shit ton of fights. As I said, the main event, Max Blessed Holloway taking on Almighty Arnold Allen. We got Junior Edson Barboza taking on Billy Quarantillo. We got Dustin Dahania Jacoby taking on Azamat Mirzakhanov. We got Iwan the Hulk Kutalaba taking on Tanner the Bulldozer Bozer down at 205. We got Pedro the Young Punisher Munoz taking on Chris El Guapo Gutierrez. I believe that's it. We got Clay the Carpenter Guida taking on Gifted Rafa Garcia. We got Downtown TJ Brown taking on Senor Perfecto Bill Algio. We got Raw Dog Brandon Royval taking on Matthias Nicolau. We got Short Views Ed Herman taking on Zach Cummins. Pierre Rodriguez taking on Julian Robertson. Lando Vannata taking on Daniel Zellhuber. Bruno Brazil taking on Denise Gomes. We got Gaston Bolaños taking on Aaron Phillips. And our curtain jerker, first fight of the night, is going to be Jocelyn Edwards taking on Lucy Poodleova. Dude, I'm pretty solid. You know, I remember if they have a good nickname, I remember that shit. Can you agree? Like, for some reason, like, I would say a solid half the fighters on there, I know exactly who they are because of their nickname and no other reason. Like, because of their nickname, I'm able to remember their fight style and who they are. Because if they didn't have the nickname, I probably would forget altogether.
That's what embodies their personality. So, yeah, that's how you're able to pull it off so well. And, yes, you are a wizard when it comes to nicknames for some weird reason. Like, dude, I'm someone who always remembers, like, the most, like, niche fight, like, on, like, some undercard, like, somewhere, like, or some, like, weird main event. And you're definitely the guy with nicknames.
I know their nicknames for some. Well, not all of them, because, for example, for some reason I knew her name was like La Pantera, but I didn't want to get it wrong because I also know that's Antonino Shevchenko's and Yair Rodriguez is El Pantera, so the male version in Spanish, if you will. So yeah, our second La Pantera in the UFC. But anyway, first fight of the night, we got Jocelyn Edwards, La Pantera taking on Lucy Poodleova. Jocelyn Edwards 12-4, Poodleova 14-7. Jocelyn Edwards 3 of 5 out of her last 5, and Lucy Poodleova 4 of 5 out of her last 5. Jocelyn Edwards a slight underdog at a plus 125, minus 150 for Lucy Poodleova. Jocelyn Edwards, 27 years old, 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. Lucy Poodleova, 28 years old, 5'8" with a 67.5-inch reach. Those half-inch reach kind of throws me off just a little bit. Just call it what it is, man. That being said, I'm going to let you know how this fight's going to go, Dorian. If Lucy Poodleova takes down Jocelyn Edwards, she should win this fight via decision. I just don't know if she's going to because she's not that smart of a fighter. That being said, Jocelyn Edwards has the better hands, the better striking on the feet. If you ask me, this is just my personal opinion. She throws these like loopy shits, but she should. But she is, I don't want to say powerful, but she does deliver a sting, show some damage on the scorecards. That being said, man, I'm starting off. I'm riding with a dog this week, even if she still is a dog. I don't know if you have the current live odds up or not, but on Tapology, I'm going to go with these odds. I'm going to go with the dog that is Jocelyn Edwards this week. Which way are you going? And if you want to let me know the actual odds, that's cool too.
What I'm looking at on ESPN right now, it shows Lucy Poodleova at a minus 135. It has Jocelyn Edwards at a plus 115 right now. So not too big.
So it's moved a little bit, like more towards my direction.
Yeah. So it looks like, yeah, there's a little bit of respect. So, I mean, pretty close to even money. Looks like it could be a very competitive fight. Looks like Poodleova's been out since August. Well, she's on a 3-fight win streak right now. Jocelyn Edwards, she's got some pretty good kicks too, but she does throw a lot of like looping shots.
She's just bad on the ground. That's the thing.
Right. And when she gets taken down, that's the bad part is that she She doesn't really have a sense of urgency to get back up. Man, let's go Lucy Poodleova. I think that, as you said, I think when it comes to the wrestling, I think as long as Poodleova wants to get a win here, I think she, the path of victory is the wrestling, and I think she can get it done.
I just don't know if she does it, dude. I don't know if she does it. She's, I don't know, not the smartest fighter in the world, if you ask me. So that is our first different one of the night. On the fight nights, for me to put this strap up, we put 3 different fights up. Or if we have more than 3 picks, we pick 3 of the however many we have to put the strap up on the line for D Rose to win it back. So moving on up, we have our first different one. I'm going Jocelyn Edwards. Dorian going Lucy Poodleova. Moving on up, our next one, Gaston Delano is making his UFC debut against Aaron Phillips. Man, what a awful topology picture. The Dragon, Aaron Phillips, dude. Look how bad. Like, why do you put that picture in, man? I don't know. We got the Dream Killer, Gaston Bolaños, flying out of Peru, dude. We also saw his Peru brethren fighting this past weekend, Ignacio Bahamondes, right?
I believe. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
I believe he's from Peru. Oh, now I'm getting confused because there was Argentina, but I think that was fucking Santiago Ponzinibbio.
Ponzinibbio, yeah.
I think he's from Peru. I think Ignacio is from Peru as well. I could be wrong. Who knows? Anyway, Gaston Bolaños 6-3. Aaron Phillips 12-4. Aaron Phillips actually used to be in the UFC. He got cut and now he's back, dude. And then lost against Jack Shore in his first fight back. And it was damn near 3 years ago as well. Gaston Bolaños fought about a year ago as well in Bellator. Gaston Bolaños, 30 years old, 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. Aaron Phillips, 33 years old, 5'9" with a 69-inch reach, dude. I'm gonna go with the younger kid here, the one that is making his UFC debut, dude. I don't know anything about him. I'm not gonna pretend I do. But if Aaron Phillips gets cut from the UFC and then wins a bunch of fights and then comes back and loses his first fight against, I mean, Jack Shore's good. I'm not going to pretend like he's not, but yeah, I'm just going to ride with the UFC debutant here. Which way are you going, man? I'm going Gaston Bolaños.
Man, it looks like Aaron Phillips, it looks like he just isn't super active, but it looks like he does have a little bit more experience than Bolaños, and coming in, making his UFC debut, or are you going to come in and try to make a big splash and try to go in for a big first round knockout, and will you end up stepping in something? I mean, Aaron Phillips, taking 3 years off, he is still 33, so he's still on the, close to 35, but still kind of right on the end of that kind of prime phase where you're at that age. So I think there's a lot of money on the dog right now. I'm actually going to ride with Aaron Phillips. I don't know if I want to put this one or the Jocelyn Edwards and Poodleova pick in the picks since we're going to go for 3, and I'm sure
we could pick different ones on every single one of these. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll sort it out as far as that goes, but I'm definitely going Aaron Phillips here.
All right, fair enough, dude. It's our second ever pick of the day. I'm going Gaston Bolaños. D Rose going Aaron Phillips. Next fight of the night, we got Denise Gomes Bruno Brazil taking on Denise Gomes. Bruno Brazil, the special one, indeed. Denise Gomes. Bruno Brazil 8-2-1, won all 5 of her last 5. Denise Gomes won 4 of her last 5, losing her last fight to Loma Lookboonmee via decision, dude. But Loma's pretty fucking good, dude. People underrate Loma a lot, and she did go all the way to decision in her UFC debut with her. That being said, Bruno Brazil, 29 years old, 5'6" with a 66-inch reach. Denise Gomes, 5'2" with a 63-inch reach. So Bruno Brazil will have about a 3-inch reach and about a 4-inch height advantage. Denise Gomes plus 190, dog, dude. I think I was on the like the Denise Gomes side until I saw the high and reach advantage, dude. I was like, oh, I want to take the dog again here. With that being said, 23 years old versus 29 years old, dude. I'm gonna take her. Give me Denise Gomes here again, brother. Go ahead and pick the different one. We already have 3 different on our first 3 different ones.
Yep, you are right. Because just for that reason, like you said, as far as the reach and everything, and looks like Bruno Brazil, she's an aggressive fighter. She's got a lot of finishes within her last few fights, and just that size advantage alone. I mean, that's and the age difference too. 23, still you're kind of forming into that. Where 29, what you are at that point. You know, they're kind of at 2 different phases in their career. So yeah, let's go Bruno Brazil.
Not too far off on fights though. Only three more fights though. So you got to keep that in mind. All right, that's our third. There's our third different one of the day already. Moving on up, dude. We got another one, dude. Lando Vannata taking on Daniel Zellhuber. We saw Daniel Zellhuber last time against Trey Ogden not do a fucking thing the whole time and lost to Trey Ogden via decision. Get out of my face. We got
let's go UFC Unisex.
1-4 of his last 5, 12-1 now. Groovy Lando Vannata is basically won 2 of his last 5. So he's due for a win, right, man? Look, lose, win, lose, win, lose. He's due for a win right now. The Golden Boy, Daniel Zellhuber. All right, 12-1. Near even fight, dude. -105 for Groovy Lando, -115 for the Golden Boy, Daniel Zellhuber. Groovy Lando, 31 years old, 5'9" with 71-inch reach. Daniel Zellhuber, 6'1" with a 77-inch reach, 23 years old as well. I'm going with the kid again here, man. I think after he made his UFC debut against Trey Ogden, he just had the jitters. He just wasn't. I guess he was shook. He got froze. I think second time in the UFC against another smaller opponent, older opponent at that, a UFC vet, known to be a little bit chinny. He can get hit. Don't act like Lando Vannata hasn't gotten dropped a few times here and there. I'm going Golden Boy, Daniel Zellhuber. I'm hoping that he can come back and show that he is actually UFC caliber and he's not just this 12-0 kid that came on the scene and then just got shut down and then got cut straight out of Mexico. Give me Daniel Zellhuber, man. I think I don't know if he's the dog or not. What's the current odds and which way are you going this week, man?
Look, from what I'm looking at right now, Daniel Zellhuber is -125. Lando Vannata is +105 right now. So okay, I think
it's still kind of close.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. And Lando Vannata, he's definitely well tested in the UFC. Been in the UFC for a long time. He's fought a lot of the best. His UFC debut was actually against Tony Ferguson, and I don't know if you've actually seen that fight, but
he dropped Tony, right?
Dude, he dropped Tony like a couple of different times. Like he dropped him with a head kick. Like Tony was like running all over the octagon, like tripping over himself and shit. doing front flips. And then he's like doing Superman punches off the cage. Like that was one of the most wild fights I've ever seen. And Lando Vannata is definitely very tested. And he's, like I said, fought a lot of tough top guys. But there is a case to be made that he is a little bit shop worn at this point. You know, he's fought and been through a lot of different wars. Did you drop out there for a second?
No, I fucking I accidentally hit the remove on accident.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to make sure. But no, Lando's been through some wars, dude, and I just wonder how shop worn he is at this point. I do agree with you. I do think Zellhuber had a little bit of the jitters coming in, but he definitely has the size, the ability to get the job done. And Lando, he is very inconsistent at best. And I think Daniel Zellhuber comes in. I don't know if he knocks him out, but I think he can put on I think there's a 30-27. I think there's going to be no doubt on who wins the fight at the end of the fight.
I was hoping I could sway you on that one, man. I was hoping I could sway you towards the Lando side, saying he's due for a win, man. He's due for a win.
I know you were. Ain't no way. We've already got 3 disagreements, but no, I know how Lando fights, man. He's definitely game, but he's definitely sometimes can check out at some point too.
Yeah. Mr. Chalky TV Mr. Chalky TTV agreeing with us as well. He is also going with Daniel, dude. So that being said, we have our first agreement of the night going Daniel Hoover on a pretty close one, dude. So me, it looks like I'm going. Wait, I'm dog. Am I the dog here, or you're the dog here? You're the dog here. Yeah. You're the dog there. So I'm the dog. You're the dog. I'm the dog. And then we're even here. All right. Julian Robertson taking on Pierre Rodriguez. Dude, Julian Robertson moving down to 115. Yeah. Her first fight down at 115.
Whoa. Not in Rosa.
Interested to see how she looks down at 115, dude. Looks like we had an ad there. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but I definitely heard that. Pierre Rodriguez 9-0 though, dude. You got to keep that in mind. 30 years old, 9-0. You know, we got Pierre Rodriguez, La Fiera, Julian Robertson, the Savage. Pierre Rodriguez 9-0. As I said, Julian Robertson 11-7, dude. Last fought against Maria Agapova and choked her out, but in reality, her last time she recently fought was against Rose Namajunas, and she choked out Rose Namajunas. Pierre Rodriguez, 30 years old, 5'3" with 63-inch reach. Julian Robertson, 27 years old, 5'5" with a 63-inch reach. Dude.
Why did I feel like she was like at least 34? 27? Julian Robertson?
Dude.
No.
27 years old, training out of the goat shed, dude. I gotta go Julian Robertson here, dude. Making her strawweight debut, dude, or flyweight strawweight debut. Give me Julian Robertson here, dude. Which way you going, man?
Dude, I'm looking back on her fights. She has been in the UFC.
Dude, she's fought killers already at basically a kid still.
She's been in there since 2017. So she has been in the UFC for 6 years now, and she is only 27 years old. That's nuts. I had no idea because I knew she's been in the UFC for some time now. So I was like, I mean, surely she's every bit of 34 years old.
She may show some resemblance to Lauren Murphy, but she is not as old as Lauren Murphy.
No, definitely not. And I'm not confusing her with Randa Marcos by any means either, because I know they both have the fire red hair. But no, I had no idea she was only 27 years old. That kind of almost changes the way I think about this fight, because I was thinking Pierre Rodriguez, and Julian Robertson is still a little inconsistent. That's the only thing that makes me a little bit hesitant when to pull the trigger on her, is that we do see her when she's at her best, when she's grappling, and man, she's a dog, and she gets after it with the subs. And as you said, it's the submitted to your girl Maria Agapova, got her out of there. So
I thought you were going to say Rose. I was like, I'm a Rose fan, but I don't know if she's my girl. You know?
Nah, Agapova. You know why Agapova, her trash ass. That's your damn girl.
Dude, she's got paws. She's got paws. I don't know about anything else.
But she don't know how to defend a damn takedown. If you got paws, go to damn boxing. But anyway, that stems from a parlay that she burned me on that I let Mac convince me on. But I think Pierre Rodriguez, she's got some good performances in her last few. Kay Hansen, Sam Hughes, she's got some good wins under her belt, and those are all decision wins too. So I think she's tough, she's gritty, she can get it done. Let's go Pierre Rodriguez here.
All right, in our fourth different pick of the day already. Out of 5 fights, dude, we already have 4 different ones. How crazy is that?
I disagree with all women's fights.
this normally doesn't happen, dude. We normally are the same on the majority of them, man. So moving on up, dude, we got the 1-800-Gambler fight of the year, probably. We got the 42-year-old Ed Herman taking on Zach Cummins, dude. Dorian, let me set this up for you real quick. Let me just tell you what I'm seeing real quick. So, look at this. So we got Ed Herman hasn't fought in basically 2 years at this point against Alonzo Menifield, who is a good fighter. We can both agree on that, yeah? And he fought
Yep.
all the way to decision with Alonzo Menifield. 42 years old. On the other hand, we have Zach Cummins that hasn't fought in basically 3 years at this point, down at 185. And before that, I believe he fought down at 170. And this fight is at 205, man. So we have a 42-year-old Ed Herman that hasn't fought in 2 years. And then we have a 38-year-old Zach Cummins who hasn't fought in 3 years. That's basically fighting 2 weight classes up from his natural weight class, dude. What the fuck are we doing here? If you put any more than $5 on this fight, you should get a knock at your door and be arrested if you bet on this fight, man. That being said, give me the favorite in Zach Cummins, dude. Even though he's for sure going to be the smaller man, 6 foot, 75-inch reach. Actually, 6'1" against another 75-inch reach. So basically, they're going to be the same size. Short fuse might have a small height advantage on him. But that being said, dude, we're going to have a fat Zach Cummins in there taking on an old as shit or short fuse Ed Herman. Give me Zach Cummins, probably via submission. Which way are you going this week, man?
I'm actually laughing in the comments because they're actually checking me on who your favorite women's fighter is. So I keep forgetting.
Aspen, dude. Bro, it does not fail. Every time I open, dude, I will spend like $300 or $400 on some UFC cards, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get some good shit out of here, and I get a fucking Aspen Ladd. Like, what the hell, dude? No, I'm not, dude. No, I'm not. I wish
she's in the PFL.
I wish I could give you my real thoughts, Mr. Chalk. Did you change your picture on us already? Did he go from this picture to this picture with a quickness like that? Wow. All right. Yeah, dude, I cannot give you my real feelings on Aspen Ladd because I'll get canceled. But I cannot give you my real feelings on Aspen Ladd.
Get canceled.
He said, I looked. Hey, brother, if anyone has anything to say about you, fuck them. You know why? Because they don't know you. They don't know the person that you are. Fuck them, brother. They don't like who you are. Tell them to eat a dick. It is what it is. At least you'll be safe from Aspen Ladd cards in 2023 boxes. At least hopefully, but we'll still get those Carol Hulsas, those Matt Schnells. We'll get those Iwan Kutalabas, things like that. Panini will continue to fucking fist me, dude. No lube, dude. Which way you going this week, man? Ed Herman or Zach Cummins, short fuse? And how'd you like my breakdown of this fight?
Yeah, that's why I was looking. I was trying to make sense of it all, and once you broke it down for me, because I was like, is this 2016?
I heard you laugh when I announced it going down.
Yeah, well, because it's
time out, brother.
Ed Herman.
Time out, brother. Time out. I think we just got our first ever donation on the channel, man.
Shit.
Mr. Chalky TTV with the first ever donation that's happened here on the channel. So thank you very much, brother. I truly appreciate it. I thank you for stopping by and spending your hard-earned money on me and D Rose here. $2, greatly appreciate it. That's more than anyone else has ever given me. So thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you for stopping by here. So time back in once again. Thank you, brother. I will let you finish. But that kind of surprised me because we've never got a dono here on the channel, brother. So that's pretty cool, dude. Pretty cool.
Hey, well, you gave him a little bit of a pep talk there, kind of pumping him up a little bit. A little bit of a compliment.
People are always going to be an asshole. If that's the only thing that you got going on in your life, brother, you can fix that. You can fix that, brother. Imagine have some shit that you can't fix that you got to deal with for the rest of your life, brother. So, man, don't let anyone get you down. You're the man. Don't forget that. Wake up every morning and just look at yourself and being like, you know what? Today is the day that some shit's going to happen. You know what? Look at it like this. Would you rather be a millionaire today and not wake up tomorrow and be skinny today and not wake up tomorrow? Or would you rather wake up tomorrow how you are, brother? Look at it like that, and I promise you will. It'll hit, brother. It'll hit. All right, brother. Sorry. Go on, brother. Love the channel, brother. Been watching for a while now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, Dorian. Sorry for interrupting you, man.
Zach Cummins.
Zach Cummins.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right. You don't
say
care
more
all. All right, Zach Cummins. All right. Next fight of the night. Moving on up. We got Raw Dog. Brandon Royval taking on Matthias Nicolau. Does Matthias Nicolau have a nickname? He does not. Brandon Raw Dog Royval 14-6. Matthias Nicolau 19-2-1, dude. We might disagree here. I feel like we are. Raw Dog Brandon Royval, 30 years old, 5'9" with a 70-inch reach. Matthias Nicolau, 5'6" with a 66-inch reach, 30 years old. They're both 30, dude. Brandon Royval ranked number 6. Matthias Nicolau ranked number 4. Matthias Nicolau ranked over Brandon Royval, and I don't like that. And that being said, Brandon Royval is about to take that spot this weekend. Let's go, Raw Dog Royval. He's reckless. He could get clipped. He could get dropped. It would suck to happen, but I am going Brandon Raw Dog Royval because I think Matthias Nicolau is just a little patient, just a little more patient than I would like him to be. And I think the more active person is Brandon Royval, and I think he has more power and he can sweep up a sub or something like that. So Raw Dog Royval is who I'm going this week. And brother, we got another one in here. But look at our number 2, second dono of ever and second dono of the day. Austin in here. Didn't realize I could even send a donation. Thanks for all the content, brother. Thank you, brother. No one before today, no one has ever donated to the channel. So just giving up your hard-earned dollars to us here on the channel is kind of cool, dude, right? Because it's like
I love the profile picture.
Yeah,
I love the
dude. Austin's been
That's
in.
why I'm cracking up.
Austin's been in here for like a little bit though, commenting like recently. So I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate the $5 dono, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know he was on Saturday on the pod, so I know he was listening, and that's why I recognized the picture. So yeah, I definitely recognized the him on the McGregor body. That definitely made me laugh, Austin. That was a good one, man.
Let's see. I think Herman's only chance is to KO first round. Huh?
He's talking about Ed Herman and
yeah.
And,
I don't even know if he has that chance. I don't know if he has that chance. So I was also replying, thanks, Steve. So.
Hell yeah. But man, just in regards to this fight, I do think this is a super fire matchup, man. And Brandon Royval, that dude, he always brings the action, and I think he even regarded himself as a flyweight Justin Gaethje, just as far as much action as he brings. Now he's a little bit more submission oriented because he does have a lot of good subs off his back. Throws a lot of good elbows off his back when he's taken down. But man, Matthias Nicolau, that dude is a freaking hammer, and he can crack. He's got good striking, got good wrestling. He's very composed. From what I've seen, he's got good leg kicks. He's pretty well rounded for the most part.
Dude,
and
Raw Dog's the dog too. I didn't even point that out, dude. That's surprising. Dude, he has this height and reach advantage, dude.
Yeah, he's definitely the underdog. I like me some Royval, man, but man, Nicolau's that dude's a stud, and he's been on a roll since he's been in the UFC, so I think it's going to be hard to stop him. Let's go, Matthias Nicolau here. All
right. The only thing that does scare me is just the fragility of Raw Dog Royval. He just seems to get hurt really easily, dude. Like, he just came off of a fucking broken wrist, too, yeah? So, is he healed from that? I don't know. I'm hoping so. Got to rock with my guy, Raw Dog Royval, though. I'm going to not put that one in the picks for the week, though, just due to his fragility, if I'm going to be honest. Next fight of the night, we got downtown TJ Brown taking on Senor Perfecto Bill Algeo. TJ Brown, 17-9, won 3 of his last 5. So has Senior Perfecto Bill Algeo. Downtown TJ Brown plus 135 dog, at least according to Tapology. Bill Algeo minus 160, the favorite right now. TJ Brown, 32 years old, 5'9" with 63-inch reach. Senior Perfecto is 33 years old, 6 foot with a 73-inch reach. Did I say 63-inch reach? I mean 73-inch reach for TJ Brown as well. I apologize for fucking that up. I know I said the wrong thing. You know, I'm a few drinks deep now. I do apologize. Dorian, you know who my favorite is here out of the two. Is it a secret which way I'm going? He's the one that looks like about 4 other dudes in the UFC. I'm going Senior Perfecto this week. Slight favorite. Yeah, I'm going Senior Perfecto. Probably round 3 submission or give me the decision. I'm going round 3 or submission probably this week. Which way are you going this week, man?
Man, I think there's a good chance that there could be a knockout here. I mean, maybe we're not a knockout, but maybe some ground and pound. If TJ Brown, sometimes he can get in situations where he gets a little bit tired later in the fight and goes for a little bit of a sloppy shot.
I don't think Blake and Bill Algeo's ever been knocked out before. Let's take a look at that for just a second. I don't think he has.
Actually, I don't know. I didn't look at it.
His losses are split decision, unanimous decision.
A lot of losses.
Rear naked choke, Shane Burgos, Dean Lev. No, never been knocked out, dude. Never been knocked out. He has lost 7 times, but never been knocked out, man.
Damn, that is crazy. But no, I do think that
he has been dropped. I'll give you that.
Yeah, no,
he does go into the fire.
Yeah, no, he definitely does. He goes in to bang, and sometimes TJ Brown, like I said, he can gas out a little bit as the fight goes. So, and I think Bill Algeo, he's kind of a little bit well-rounded. I don't think he's great at one thing, just a little bit good at everything. And I think he'll be just a step ahead of TJ Brown here. So let's go with Bill Algeo.
All right, looks like we're both on the Algeo side. Mr. Chalky TTV, dang, no heavyweight fights on this card. I guess there's not, man. I guess there's not. I guess I didn't really pay attention to it for the most part. I just look at the fights and I'm like, all right, what do we got this week, you know? But altogether, dude, this is a pretty good card. I'm not mad at this card. And 14 fights, if all of them stay on here, that would be fantastic. But I guess we'll see if all of them stay on here, though, yeah?
Yeah, because we definitely got the rest of the week to still play out, weigh in everything. So you know how crazy that stuff can get.
Indeed, man, indeed. So next fight we got Clay the Carpenter Guida taking on Gifted Rafa Garcia. Clay Guida, 38 and 22. This man has is this 60 fights that he's had, man?
Yeah, that's
60 fights.
Yeah, very much so, dude. That's crazy, man.
It's gonna be his 61st fight. We got Gifted Rafa Garcia, 15 and 3. Gifted Rafa Garcia minus 225 favorite. Clay Guida plus 180 dog. Clay Guida, 41 years old, 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. Rafa Garcia, 28 years old, 5'7" with a 68-inch reach. Dorian, just breaking this fight down for you real quick. I think Rafa Garcia is a younger version of Clay Guida, man. It's just what it is. Rafa Garcia's got good wrestling, got good leg kicks, got pretty good hands, got good cardio for the most part. He doesn't have better cardio than Clay Guida because Clay Guida is the champion of cardio, if you will. But he has good cardio. That being said, dude, I got to go with a younger fighter here that's pretty much the same exact style that Clay Guida is. And just being able to outpace him, just being able to out-scramble him, being the younger guy of the two. Give me Rafa Garcia this week. Not a shocking pick, if you will, at a minus 225 favorite. But which way are you going this week, man?
Yeah, I think similar leanings. I do think that Rafa Garcia, I've seen him a couple of times. He's a pretty good fighter. And I just think that Clay Guida, he has been a little bit up and down, as you can see, win-loss. So I think one due for a loss, and and two, fighting a guy similar to him. I just think that, he could be a little bit on the back foot here. Hoffa Garcia. I remember his fight against Drakkar close. It was a very close fight. No pun intended on that as well, but very, very close fight. They're both kind of wrestler and boxer based, and that was a pretty good fight from what I remember of. So I think that Hoffa Garcia can keep up the pace. Clay Guida, his reaction time, just as far as shots, he doesn't see those as much as he used to. So I think that can leave him open to eating some big shots and just kind of really being a step behind the whole fight. So let's go Hoffa Garcia.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough, brother. We're both going Hoffa Garcia. Moving on up. Is it main event time yet? That was main card time. It is. That was on the main card. This is the second fight on the main card, dude. And we got another one here, dude. That's kind of like the same fighter, just a little bit younger, dude. We got Pedro Munoz taking on. The young Punisher, Pedro Munoz, taking on El Guapo, Chris Gutierrez. Pedro Munoz, 19-7. For those of you who know, got the no contest the last fight against Deshaun O'Malley with the eye poke. That was the last time that we saw him in the octagon. Chris Gutierrez did knock out Frankie Edgar last, right? Yeah? Flying knee? Yeah, Frankie Edgar, flying knee knockout. So Pedro Munoz plus 180 dog. Chris Gutierrez minus 220, the favorite. Pedro Munoz, 36 years old, 5'6" with a 65-inch reach. Chris Gutierrez, 31 years old, 5'9" with a 67-inch reach. Damn, so he's going to be big. Dude, Pedro Munoz, good at leg kicks, got a solid ground game, but, he does most of his work at striking distance. Leg kicks, got solid paws, dude. That being said, so does Chris Gutierrez, and he's younger, bigger, and has, I don't want to say he has more devastating leg kicks, but he's got good leg kicks too, dude. I'm going Chris Gutierrez this week. He's the favorite. Makes sense. Which way are you going this week, man?
Yeah, I think Pedro Munoz,
Mr. Chalky TTV saying Munoz whomps him.
Ooh,
interesting,
man. That's a bold claim. That's a bold claim, man. I think that he's definitely got the opportunity to. He definitely has the ability to. Pedro Munoz, he's got that sneaky guillotine. So I know he's been able to catch a lot of guys with it when they shoot in for takedowns or whenever he's got somebody hurt, and he's definitely got a good finishing instinct. Whenever he's got somebody hurt, he's looking for the finish, whether it's sub or whether he's going to knock somebody out. He's looking for the finish whenever he has the opportunity. I do think that reach, speed, technique. I do think that Gutierrez is going to have a little bit of everything on him, and I think, man, those knees from Gutierrez are lethal. Those leg kicks are lethal, and I think he's got really good footwork. I think for Pedro Munoz, he's really going to have to try to close the distance and maybe try to get it to the cage, try to use some type of wrestling. I don't know if we've really seen Gutierrez go up against a high-level wrestler. I wouldn't say Pedro Munoz does that, but as far as he's been very battle-tested in this division. But, man, I think Gutierrez I think he should just be a step ahead of him. Pedro Munoz is way too tough to finish. I don't think he's ever been finished in his UFC career. I don't think he's going to start now. But I do think that Gutierrez, it could be from pillar to post, a pretty easy win for him here. I think Gutierrez gets it done.
Yeah, I'm going the same way you are, Gutierrez by decision. But, dude, Pedro Munoz could come in here at a damn near plus 200 dog and show everyone that, he might be 36 years old, but he ain't going nowhere. He's still in this damn game, man. Who knows, dude? Moving on up. Next fight of the night. Dude, I have strong opinions on this one, and I'm surprised that he has moved to the dog at this point. We got Iwan the Hulk Cutelaba taking on the bulldozer, Tanner Boser. Why is Iwan Cutelaba in the UFC anymore? Look, I was waiting on him to lose 3 times so the UFC would cut him so I wouldn't have to cover his fights anymore. But apparently it's not happening. He has to lose again. And he's the favorite this week, dude. We got Iwan Cutelaba, the favorite, against the 29-1 Tanner Bulldozer. Boser moving down from heavyweight down to light heavyweight, man. First fight down to light heavyweight. Iwan Cutelaba, 29. Tanner, 31 years old. Iwan is 6'1" with a 75-inch reach. Tanner Boser, 6'2" with a 75-inch reach. Dude, Tanner Boser was good up at heavyweight when he didn't get taken down and laid on, dude. That being said, down at 205, I don't know if E1 can, if he does take him down, I don't know if he can lay on him to where he can't get up. Give me Tanner Bulldozer as the dog this week. Probably my favorite dog of the week because I thought he was a rather decent heavyweight. He's going to look good down at 205. Granted, he looks all right on the scale. I haven't seen him on the scale yet. I'm hoping he looks good on the scale. Give me Bulldozer, Tanner Bozer this week. Are you going the Hulk, man?
Hell no, I ain't going the Hulk, dude. No freaking way. You know how I am about Iwan Kutalaba. I've never been the biggest believer.
As long as he don't get poked in the eye, he wins wrestling. If he goes with that game plan, though, you have to keep that in mind that against like the Sean O'Malley, you would think that would have been his game plan, but he was going in there straight leg kicking him. Like, I don't know if that's the best plan against a rumor that Sean O'Malley's fragile, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Calling you a hater for the Kutalaba thing, but honestly, I can say I'm right there with him because Kutalaba, he's a dork for as much as I'm concerned.
Every time I put $1 on Iwan Kutalaba, he loses that $1 for me. Like I cannot even bet on him to win or lose. I can bet on the fight to start round 2, and somehow he'll blow it. Like he'll be controlling Johnny Walker all of the first round, and then 10 seconds left, get reversed and choked out. It's like, bro, I just needed this to go to the second round, and you want to shit in my cereal, bro. I cannot stand Iwan Kutalaba, dude.
Because he's not smart, dude. He does dumb shit all the time. He's a hothead. He's always trying to do the stupid Hulk shit, trying to grab somebody's face and fucking screaming and bullshit and trying to do some dumb shit that ends up getting him caught up. And just like in the Glover Teixeira fight, he tries to get up in Glover's face and yell, and then Glover fucking pieces him up and then mashes him, turns him into on the ground. Yes, and then Uncle Liev, yes, he played he's playing possum
too. And that happened right down the road. That was right down there.
Yeah, he's still playing possum. Now the first one was the one that happened near where you're at. The one where he's still playing possum to this day. That was remember that was the Fight Island card when it first got over to 2020. But yeah, Kutalaba definitely runs into some shots and. Tanner Bozer, he should be honestly, I think he should have better footwork, should have the strength coming up from heavyweight. Now, I know he's going to have to cut down a little bit, but he was never the biggest heavyweight. He would fight some fights at like 225.
Yeah, like 228, 225.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, so he would fight some fights like 220s, low 230s.
Let's see, look at it. Last weight in, 229 right there.
Yeah, so I mean, it shouldn't be too brutal of a cut. I just want to see if he's able to maintain his strength. But I think Tanner Bozer should be able to get it done, and I'm completely with you as far as a dog that can get you some money. Let's go with Tanner Bozer.
Hell yeah, brother! We're going the Bulldozer this week. Feature fight of the night. We're gonna have a different pick here. I know we are. We got Dustin Jacoby taking on Azamat Murzakanov, dude. Dude, there's no way this dude is 34 years old. How old does he look? In the octagon, dude, he looks every bit of like 41, 44 in the octagon, dude.
Murzakanov?
Does he not look old as shit? Like how old is that picture for one?
That's what I was getting ready to say. I think maybe it's more the picture because the picture I'm looking at, the one they got on ESPN, I think it's just more maybe the haircut. I'm not too sure. I don't think he looks much older than what he is. I mean, maybe late 30s, but I mean, he looks like he's in his 30s for sure.
Oh, no, dude. Anyway, we got the Hanya, Dustin Jacoby taking on the professional Azamat Murzakanov. Dustin Jacoby should have won 5 out of his last 5, let's be honest, because that Khalil Roundtree split decision was bullshit. Azamat Murzakanov also won all 5 of his last 5. Knockout over Devin Clark, knockout to Fon Chukli, dude. Both over, I think, knees, right? Didn't like fucking Devin Clark run into a knee too?
I think, if I remember correctly with Devin Clark, I think he ended up hitting him with some knees, but didn't he like hit him with a shot when Devin Clark was kind of circling off the fence? And then he kind of closed in on him and hit him with a knee, then knocked him down? It was something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Got disgusting knees, though, for the most part. Yeah, even though he is a little bit older, he's still good. Anyway, Dustin Jacoby, 35 years. Yeah, Dustin Jacoby, 35 years old, 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. Azamat Mirzakhanov, 5'10" with a 71-inch reach, 34 years old, dude. So Dustin Jacoby is going to have about a 5-inch height advantage, about a 7-inch reach advantage, dude. Damn, I thought I was going to be on Mirzakhanov until I saw that. Give me Dustin Jacoby here. Dustin Jacoby should get this done. You agree with me? Yeah. I thought I was going to be on Mirzakhanov. I thought I was
No,
going
we have a disagreement on this one, man. Come on, where's the stones at here? No,
I thought I was going to be on the fucking Mirzakhanov side. Until I saw a 7-inch reach advantage. I'm like, oh shit, son. That's
and you're talking about
kickboxer.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about someone who's a natural kickboxer too,
Yeah.
and Mirzakhanov is someone who likes to go in there and bang, and he's undersized for the division. Let's be honest, but I don't know if he's able to actually cut the weight to make it. So, if Mirzakhanov is able to get it down to the ground with some wrestling, maybe. But I do think Dustin Jacoby, as long as it is that kickboxing range, Dustin Jacoby should be able to win easy.
Doesn't though. He doesn't wrestle though. That's the thing. Like,
no.
He just doesn't wrestle.
No, he's capable of doing it, but he's capable of doing it though.
I mean, he's Russian. It's in his mitochondria at this point. What are y'all's thoughts on the Ultimate Fighter? Personally, I tried to watch the last one. I will watch the fights, but I let my girlfriend watch all the drama, and she'll be like, "Hey, babe, the fights are on," and I'll come watch the one fight of the night. I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll see what fights next week," something like that. Personally, when they picked everyone last Ultimate Fighter, what I like to do every Ultimate Fighter is being like, I think that guy is going to win. And last time I picked Trayshawn Gore, and I thought he was going to take it. He did lose the Bryan battle, so I was not correct on that. But I thought Trayshawn was going to be all right. I guess we'll see what he comes about in this next year. Ultimate Fighter is all right. As I said, I don't really watch the show part of it, but I like to watch the fights just to see what skills people have. How about you, D-Rose? Just real quick.
I mean, I think it's a pretty good show. I mean, there's definitely been seasons that I've watched and I was definitely all in on. I think that it's kind of it. I think the biggest thing that the last couple of seasons is that it hasn't been very refreshing. It's just kind of been the same wash, rinse, repeat. And I think that you haven't had the personalities to necessarily draw up the bigger interest. So with Connor and Michael Chandler coming in on this season, I'm definitely going to be interested to see, as far as their personalities clash. They're already throwing rumors out there about them fighting backstage and everything. So there's definitely going to be a lot more words play there with Connor and Chandler going back and forth with one another. So I'll definitely be more excited to watch this season than I have in a long time.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you just the same. The last good Charles Barkley saying the last good season was TJ versus Cody. That's a good opinion in the mound of rebounds.
yeah, definitely. We appreciate you taking time away from NBA on TNT to come over here and watch the podcast with us. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much. Next fight of the night, co-main event, we got Edson Barboza taking on Billy Q. Billy Quarantillo, dude. Edson Barboza 22-11. Lost 3 of his last 5. Billy Quarantillo, the opposite, 17-4. Won 3 of his last 5. Edson Barboza a slight dog, which is surprising a little bit. Billy Quarantillo minus 165. Barboza plus 135. Edson Barboza 37 years old, 5'11", 75-inch reach. Billy Quarantillo 34 years old, 5'10" with a 70-inch reach. Dude, I think this one might be the one where I take the dog this week. I'm a Billy Q fan, but, dude, Edson's good, dude. And, dude, I think people underestimate how good Bryce Mitchell is. And they think that Billy Q is going to be able to do the same thing, and I just don't think that's the case. I think Bryce Mitchell is a lot better than Billy Quarantillo is. Give me Junior Barboza as the dog this week, dude. I don't think we've seen Edson Barboza as the dog in a while, have we? Was he the dog against Bryce Mitchell?
Yeah, he's been the dog his last few. I think he was against. Pretty sure he was against Burgos.
I know a guy on the new season coming out, so this is the first one I'm going to be watching. Well, brother, I hope you enjoy that. Just be aware there's a lot of bullshit that goes on there. You're like, why are they even showing this? Like, why are they showing people making fun of what other people are eating and shit like that? You're like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? Billy better be good. I have like 2 or 3 of his Raider rookies. Man haunts my packs. Hey, brother, it's better than Carol Hosa haunting your packs as Raider rookies. All right. Who you got here, man?
Man, I think it's a tough fight to call. And man, I can definitely understand how you're leaning that way. And Billy Quarantilla is sneakily 34 years old. I didn't realize he was that old either. So I think the only thing for Edson is that his last few fights he has looked a little bit more gun shy. I remember going into that Bryce Mitchell fight. I remember I kept telling you, I was like, dude, this should be, pretty easy money for Edson. There's no way, he's not getting taken down.
And I picked Thug Nasty, and I was like, bro, people sleep on Thug Nasty.
Well, and Bryce dropped Edson. So
yeah, but I think it's because he was so worried about the takedown. Like, if you're so worried, like that's why Conor got dropped by Khabib. He was so worried about the takedown. He got hit with that eagle punch.
Yeah, I know, but it's the fact that he got dropped by Bryce Mitchell. We know that Bryce Mitchell is a decent striker, but he's not the greatest striker. And I just think as far as Edson Barboza's reaction time, like his defense, it just hasn't been there his last few fights. And we do know that he's an explosive striker, but he can tend to gas. And Billy Quarantilla might not be the most technical fighter, but one thing he can do is push a pace for 3 rounds. So I think if anything, that's how he gets it done. I don't know if he necessarily gets the finish, but I think he can just continuously keep Edson backing up against the fence, just throwing boxing combos, maybe holding him in the clinch, just doing a little bit of dirty boxing, trying to take him down, and I think he rides off with the decision.
Fair enough, dude. We got a different pick. That one will for sure be on our different picks of the week, though. For some reason, I just got a slight feeling Edson's got this one, dude. I don't know why. I just feel like maybe he just comes in here, gets a dub, and retires, dude. I don't know. I haven't heard any rumblings or anything like that. But that being said, main event of the night. If you guys haven't already, please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button on the channel. If you're watching still, let us know that you like what we're doing over here. It's the only thing I ask. Just hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you doing? We're here every single week. If you like to hear about a whole bunch of fights and fight news, things like that, 2 jackasses talking about their fights, what they think is going to happen this upcoming week. We are 2 longtime MMA fans. So if you're not subscribed, you should hit that sub button. That would be fantastic. That being said, dude, main event of the night, we got Max Blessed Holloway taking on Almighty Arnold Allen. Max Holloway, 23-7, lost 3 of his last 5, but we know who those 3 of his last 5 were all to. Volkanovski, and Volkanovski once again. Arnold Allen, 5-0 out of his last 5, 19-1 overall. Max Holloway, 31 years old, dude. As crazy as it sounds. I would guess Max got to be like 38, 39 at this point, but nope, 31 years old, 5'11", 69-inch reach. Arnold Allen, 29 years old, 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. Dude, Max ain't losing this fight. I just don't know it. Max by decision. That's the way I'm going. Max 4-5 or decision. That's my bet this weekend. It's going to be in all my parlays. Max 4-5 or decision. That's my bet this weekend. Which way are you going, man?
Man, it's definitely a competitive fight, and I think Arnold Allen does have some ability. And the only thing that really hesitates me with wanting to side with him is that we just haven't seen enough of him that, I think, yeah, MMA math, that's nothing you could ever go with on a daily, man. That's tough to do, but
I know Allen is gonna win, but nah, brother. You gotta rock with Blessed this week, brother. Believe in the Blessed Express. Believe in the Blessed Express.
Man, it's a super tough fight. Arnold Allen, he's, from what I've seen of him, he's got good leg kicks, but Max, he's so just tested at the top of the division, man. It's just hard to doubt him, and his only losses are to Volkanovski, but. Man, the only thing that I questioned about Max Holloway is how motivated is he really going to be when it comes to fighting when it's not going to be for his title? Is he going to be motivated to actually go out there and actually put on performances?
Man, I heard an interview this week, and he says, "Don't be surprised if you see me versus Volkanovski's 4 next, dude. He's ready for it." The Blessed Express is chugging along, man. Choo choo.
Yeah, man. Crazy enough, man. I'm actually going to go Arnold Allen. I think Arnold Allen can get it done. Here's why. I think Max Holloway, his big thing, man, he can get chopped up with leg kicks. He's very heavy on his front leg, and that's how Volkanovski was able to kind of chop him up in his first couple of fights. And I think Arnold Allen, he has been able to display good leg kicks from the fights that I've seen. He gets a little wild with his boxing, but he's got really quick hands though, and I think that's something that can catch Max off. Max is definitely the better boxer though, but bro, I think as long as Arnold Allen is calculated, I think he can get it done.
I can't believe you're going this, man. I truly am shocked that you are picking Arnold Allen over Max Holloway, dude. After seeing
I don't know.
Dude, Arnold's not, dude. You two fights that just stand out right ahead, right in my head. Arnold Allen versus Sadiq Yusuf, dude. Sadiq Yusuf was beating Arnold Allen, but Arnold Allen was able to like loop around these like, it was like off time shots where he just couldn't get the time because like Sadiq Yusuf would like hit him twice while the punch was coming and it would still hit him. Like what the fuck? So that's the only reason why Arnold Allen won of like that fight is like
he dropped him twice in that fight.
Yeah, because it was like this weird timing, like the Sadiq Yusuf just couldn't get down. And then you look at Max versus anyone, Calvin Kattar, dude. That was a outclassing round 1 to round 5, dude. I think Max is going to be way quicker. That's going to be the issue. I got Max 4-5 decision. Like I said, let's see. What's going on, Peter? Glad you were able to make it today, brother. Holloway gets hit a lot. Allen will break both his hands. Possibly. Bro lost to Aljo twice, lost to Sugar. Then who are we talking about? Oh, wow. I am far down. Here we go. How could you say you know Glass and how? Man, looks like the chat disagreeing a little bit. Everyone said the same thing about Sugar. Holloway about to become Peter Yan. Possibly, brother. I don't know how anyone could fall off harder than Yan. Holloway gets hit a lot. Allen breaks
one another in the comments. They're having their own debate session here.
Dude, it's crazy. Shoo. The main event is going to be super close. I think Max's range versus Allen's power. I personally think it's Max's quickness versus Allen's power. I think if Max can keep on the jab all night, dude, he should easily get this done. Dorian going on Allen this week, dude. So that being said, we got to pick what's going to be our fights this week, dude. We got obviously we got the main event. We got the co-main event.
Main and co-main.
Main, co-main, and then I was going to say Ewan versus Tanner Boser, but we're both going Tanner Boser.
Like you were trying to make me pick Ewan Kudzalaba for some reason, even though that's your boy. So, that's your boy. So I don't know.
What's our next one? We both went Dustin Jacoby. We both went Tanner Boser. We both went Gutierrez. We both went Garcia. We both go Algio.
Probably on the prelims. We got Jocelyn Edwards, Lucy Poodleova, Aaron Phillips versus Gaston Bolaños, and Bruno Silva, Brazil, and Denise Gomes.
I don't want to put Roy Val versus Nicolau in there. I don't feel too confident on that one. I'm going to be rooting Raw Dog. But,
or Julian Robertson and Pierre Rodriguez.
Yeah, that's the one. Our 3 different picks this week. Here, let me get this off the screen. Remove that. Our 3 different picks this week for the pick champ, your boy, the reigning and defending pick champ. Our 3 different picks this week are going to be Pierre Rodriguez versus Julian Robertson. Dorian is going Pierre Rodriguez. I am going Julian Robertson. Our second different pick is going to be Edson Barboza versus Billy Quarantillo. I am going Edson Barboza. Dorian is going Billy Quarantillo. And our third different pick is going to be Max Blessed Holloway versus Almighty Arnold Allen. And I am going the choo-choo, Max Blessed Express, Max Holloway. And Dorian is going Almighty Arnold Allen. So that is our 3 different picks this week. I will be and still this week. Dorian with a shit picks again. He's never going to get this damn pick champ back. But
maybe we coming.
All right. So before we get out of here, let's see. Okay, we already went there. Bloodbath, hopefully. Main event is going to be crazy. Blessed Express, TKO by elbows on the ground. I'm glad you're rocking with me this week, Charles. I greatly appreciate it, brother. All right. That being said, D Rose, anything you got to say before we get out of here, man?
No, man. Good pod. And we are coming back for the belt this week. So get comfortable with it while you can. And you better be willing. You better be ready to relinquish it this weekend because we're coming for it, baby.
Hey, man, whatever you say. I can't believe you picked against Max Holloway. That's going to be the tiebreaker this week, and you pick Max Holloway, dude. So you better win those first two because if not, like, I can't believe you picked against the Blessed Express, brother. Can't believe it. That being said, that's going to be all from us here this time. Remember, if you don't know, we're here every single Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. or every single UFC fight Wednesday night at 8 p.m. before and after every UFC fight week. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. We're here. I am Matt. D Rose is on that side. If you guys haven't already, hit that thumbs up button on your way out of here. Subscribe to the channel if you are not. Leave all your positive thoughts and comments in the comment section, obviously, and we'll get back to you. We reply, pop them up on the screen, things like that. But that being said, say your goodbyes, gentlemen. I mean, say your goodbyes, D Rose. I was reading Kyle Siska's comment as I was telling you to tell people to say your goodbyes, man. Are you saying anything, or are you just?
Oh, I thought you were just saying peace out. I was throwing. I didn't know what you was.
I was just let the people say your goodbyes for the week, D Rose, and
hey,
before we send us out of here.
Hey, peace out. Appreciate y'all listening and hanging in there with us. Kyle, my main man, we coming back for the belt, but guys, we really do appreciate y'all hanging in there with us. You know, it's cool that anybody even decides to actually ride in here with us for an hour and a half and actually listen to us talk for that long. So we appreciate it every single week, and man, love doing this, and we coming back for that belt this week, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, man. As D-Rose said, we do love doing this, and had to shout out our two first ever donations here on the channel, Mr. Chalky TTV and our guy Austin, dude. So thank y'all very much, especially y'all. Y'all didn't have to do that, but we greatly thank you very much. It truly means a lot, you know, because so far the podcast get about 35 cents in revenue. Let's be honest. So just that y'all just send us a few dollars. We really appreciate it. Thank y'all very much. I am Matt. D Rose is on that side. Catch us next week here on the Golden Octagon MMA podcast. And catch me Monday for another UFC card video. And we'll keep the train rolling on from there. That's going to be all from us here this time. Matt, D Rose on that side screen. That's going to be all. Golden Octagon MMA podcast. And we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.